was what we spoke about at half-time, so I was really pleased with the response that quarter.
You could see the intensity lifted and obviously the tackle pressure as well, but you're also now a few plays down from those harder hits.
Oh, well, no, I don't think they're harder hits. It's just the way it goes. A footy one's an ankle just from a contest. So anyway, now our players have showed a lot of courage and a lot of perseverance this year, a lot of leadership, so I expect the same this quarter.
Thanks very much.
Rodney Eade there and Scott Hardy on the boundary, so still holding out hope is Rodney, Tyler.
Who do you think comes away from this? Obviously, you take away the game itself, but do you think Steve Hughes comes away from this a bit upset if they lose this quarter and effectively lose the second half?
I think if they don't win by a minimum of this margin, yeah, he'll be pretty disappointed, because it was a real chance to. They've knocked off Vermont by a big margin, and it was another big chance to knock off Balwyn by a big margin. And given that they've lost to Roval and Donny East, they sort of need to square this ledger, because they haven't had any close games against top 6 sides. No. So they've still got to play South Croydon.
Disappointing is probably the wrong word that I've used there.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. As we go down to Brett Beston.
Yeah, just very quickly, boys. Brenton Hillard, he's really is the miracle man. He's still not done. They just want him basically to help with the rotation, so he'll see him in the final quarter. And basically the message was just bring the noise and just keep up the enthusiasm and just close the game out.
Yeah. So thank you, Besto, down there at the Noble Park Huddle. Besto might join the song, Rash.
Yeah, that'd be good.
So we go up in the middle. Can Bowen pull off a miracle here on Queen's birthday weekend? So they get the first clearance through. Bowen Smith slapped it to centre half forward. Williams leads the race, slaps it over his head. Tom Wilson's gone to half forward. Williams went back and socketed it. Can Lyle pick it up? He can. Clean hands. Got it off to Jaffa Williams. Oh no, sorry, Sticker. Handball was to Horton Milne. So jumper clash might be popping in here, but only for Balwyn as they come through the hands now of Bull. Noble Park and go to centre wing. Good mark taken by Luke Nelson. So a promising start from Balwyn, and then
it just petered out.
The disappointing handball. So back now to Bull. He gives the handball to Morrison. Morrison will go down the line. Chancellor down there as well. Good spoil out the back, and he gets the crumbs, Chancellor, in the end. Had a fair bit of the footy in the last 5 minutes of that third quarter as well. So Noble find the way into the corridor. Martin got through the initial tackle of Oakes and then got his handball away just in time. Marson in the muddy centre wicket goes along inside 450. Gobleitson, chest mark. Don't think anyone's getting the jukes out with that ball at the moment. It's covered in mud. Short ball. Oh, no. And Gobleitson will probably be blaming the mud, you would have thought, gents, because that kick's gone straight on the chest of Ziggy Orwin, who's yet to kick one today, and he'll go back from 40 metres out directly in front.
Now, if he kicks this, it'll bring the crowd in into play.
They love Ziggy.
He's a hometown favourite, the old Zig.
And he's just a lovable character, but I think the faithful just below us that might have had a few Carlton drafts might be getting into Jamie Gobleitson as this one floats through. But here we go, Ziggy Orwin. From just outside the arc, directly in front. It wobbles off the boot left, and it's...
Goal.
It's come back.
That's a goal.
No, goal umpire has given it behind. Ziggy liked it, but he wasn't that confident. It hit the post. It has been given hit the post. So a lifeline for Balwyn. 35 points the difference. It started left and was just fading back, Tyler.
You mentioned the mud there, Matt, and the mud on the ball. Who is the cleanest player out there? I'll give you a minute. Give me.
Oh, as in cleanest player jumper-wise.
Yeah,
so McCaffrey took the kick in and got it to centre wing. There's a free kick going the way of Williams. He'd be up there. Luke Williams for Balwyn. He plays on. Goes inside forward 50. Haley's got 2 to beat. One of them's Morrison. It gets out the back. Will it sit for Haley? Josh Tua got there first. Haley pressures him. Good tackle. Slapped it out. Bull under pressure. Handball straight in the hands of Wilson. Smothered it well. He'll get the handball off to Oakes. He missed it though. Tom Glenn came through. He'd be pretty clean too, actually. Little chipping ball didn't go anywhere in the end. Jaff Williams does well. Gathered it. Takes the tackle, and Ball will take this stoppage. 30 metres out directly in front.
Boundary.
Cleanest player on the ground. Oh, I'm not sure. I'll keep thinking. Scotty Hardy on the boundary.
I'll go the early tip, number 47 for Balwyn.
Okay, Chancellor. We're going to go boundary quickly. They did say boundary, did they not? I heard that in my ears.
Yeah, sorry, boys. Just, I don't know, you saw at half-time, Pendlebury wanted to keep playing. He had his ankles strapped, but as soon as he put pressure on that left ankle, yeah, it sort of fell out from underneath him, so he's finished for the day.
Pendlebury, that's a big out. That'll be one to keep an eye on over the coming weeks, as there's a free kick going the way to Noble Park for a hold. Cleanest player on the ground. Chancellor's a good shout, Nick Chancellor.
Yeah, he looks pretty clean.
Yeah. He's got the job of Ben Marson, who's got 4 goals. So Marson, not clean, gets the kick. So it was Kyle Martin out wide.
It's definitely not Will Wheaton, the last line of defence.
Back to Martin. Umpire said play on wasn't far enough, and Balwyn might get a stoppage inside forward 50 here. No, Bowen Smith got it out. Left foot snap around the body has wobbled its way towards goal. That's an absolute sausage out there. I believe that's Nathan Oakes. Left foot ball and get their 6th. They close the margin to 29 points.
There's a bit of umpire discussion there. I thought they were going to come up to us.
Come to the review. We don't have the facilities to do the review. That's an absolute beautiful goal. I believe it was Nathan Oakes. That's who I'm going to give it to, the left footer. And Balwyn have got a crucial one. No, I don't think it was long sleeves, but look, we'll find out soon enough. I'm going to give it to Oakes. You can give it to Smith.
All right. And we'll split the difference.
We'll split the difference. A wonderful goal. And another one a bit like that Jack Francis one in the first quarter, Tyler, where, you know, we thought nothing was happening and they've just wobbled one through.
Yeah, and Steve Hughes didn't want the footy in that pocket. He went to the boys at quarter time that he spoke to. He didn't want it in that pocket, and clearly it's... well,
I think as the wind would bring it back into the corridor naturally, as we saw from the Ziggy Allwyn set shot before. So when you're defending, you would defend to the boundary side. So but that sort of unexpected goal has kept Balwyn alive. As Rodney Eads did say, they did win the last quarter against the Breeze. So this hit out there by Anderson ends up in the hands of Tom Glenn, who bursts away, got the handball to Byers, got it back to Glenn, runs to about 60, low drilling ball. Onto the chest, umpire has paid it. Oh, no, I'll give him the mark. That was a mark.
I thought that was a mark.
That was a mark to Ben Marson. Chancellor needs to let go here because he's in danger of giving away a 25. Dan Beard concluding, and now they're going to play a ball up.
Oh,
no,
on the replay screen, Ben Marson goes to play on. I reckon that's the trigger. Marson goes to play on immediately.
I saw grass.
I would have paid it, Brash.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice ball use, though, from Byers and Glenn. 1-2ing in the middle. Here is Glenn. Burst through the stoppage. Right foot ball. Misses.
That would have been a snag as well.
That would have, and he was shaping up to really give it to the crowd there. That was the game there, Tommy Glenn, coming into his own.
Yeah, I would have given that nearly goal of the day if he had got that one.
Just the way he moved through the stoppage. Sketches up there. McCaffrey takes the kick out. He's got Chevy Anderson down the line. Urban's done a string or something behind play here. Has he? No, he's back up. Just slipped over. Oakes, handball. Hegney hasn't had much of it. Broke the tackle. Then went down the line. Lyle's the target. Won't get to it. Quaife dropped the mark. Morrison picks it up. Handball to Bull. Under pressure. Little ball across the line. And he'll find Keane. He'll go short to Horton Millman. Martin's there for the handball, and he'll give it to him. You have to give it to him. Martin back on his right
Francis
foot. Low ball to Allwyn. Good spoil there by Gobleitson. And there's a free kick going the way of Noel Park for a high fend against Jaffa Williams. And Kyle Martin will get the free kick. Allen is the deepest forward. Martin goes towards Francis. That's a fantastic kick. There was 4 Balwyn players around that footy, and Kyle Martin found the 1 bull. So Francis, he's about 45 from home. He's kicking into the breeze. He's now telling the umpire he's having a shot. I don't know if we have a shot clock, so...
Top of the square here.
Yeah, it's...
Let's go top of the square.
No, he's gone for Kevin Keane or Allen. Will Wheaton did well to get rid of Allen. Then the handball came out, and then Chancellor will drive in. Sorry, Kyle Elliott, the second ruckman for Balwyn. And there'll be a stoppage. So both teams getting a bit cute.
Yeah.
Going inside forward 50.
But I guess the game's, you know, there for the... it's opened up.
Allen for his third bounce. Across the face.
And it's
all the way across the face. It's still in. It's still in for McDermott. Hegney did well to lay the shepherd, then get the handball receive. There's a little bit of we're playing like they've already won here. They want Allen or someone to kick a goal, but Balwyn is still fighting on. Their handball chain, though, is not what they would have liked. Gobleitson lays a tackle on Allwyn. Rid got rid of it somehow. Now Balwyn find a way through. Nice little step there from Machete. Goes long down the line. Chevy Anderson came out, collected it on the knee. And then it bounced out towards the boundary line. Gaines left it behind. Haley tapped it forward, but Morrison's there. Players are tumbling everywhere on that far side of the ground, and Morrison steadies.
Must be pretty heavy over that side of the
ground. And
finds
Tom Glenn. And Glenn will go back to Morrison. Probably been best on ground, Morrison. Sketcher had the votes at half-time, but it's gone out of it. Short ball, looking for Allwyn. He's got 2 to beat. And it comes in the middle to Bowen Smith. Handball to Nathan Oakes. Wheels and goes to centre wing. Great kick. Finds McCaffrey, and Lyle is out on half forward. McCaffrey's kick is beautiful. Will Lyle play on? No, he won't. He's got Haley in the pocket. Ignores him. He's got Chevy Anderson on the lead. And then he goes to Haley a second time. Tua will close. Could there be a free kick? Yes, there will. Push in the back.
Yeah.
Tua did really well. There's not much more Tua could do. He had to commit to the football. Just interesting, Lyle just taking a lot of time there. That was some of Balwyn's best play. If Haley can kick this, though, bring it back to 24 points.
Still need a lot to go right.
Still need a lot to go right, but no, we'll just look to have taken their foot off the gas. Shane Allen doing a defensive act here, Tyler. We're looking for that tackle. Is he going to close off as the lights come on? The Charlie Haley run around. It's absolutely what Charlie's going to do. Runs to the arc, plays on, has a shot for goal from 40, likes it off the boot.
Yes,
Beautiful
he's got
kick
it.
from Charlie Haley. Gives it to the 8 supporters standing there on the left half forward flank and closes the gap to 24 points. Balwyn 7-6-48. Noble Park 11-6-72. Charlie Haley has his second. He's kicked 2 goals, 3. Balwyn keep the flame fluttering.
They do.
What advice were the 8 supporters giving him there, you reckon?
Look like the quietest set of Noble fans I've seen ever. So
were they the 8 supporters, or you reckon that was the Noble bench?
no, he definitely went to the supporters.
I'm surprised there's 8 Balwyn supporters here.
But I reckon they're no, but they might just be neutrals. They didn't seem too aggrieved by the goal.
No, they didn't.
So we're back in the middle. Byers did well. Gave it to Marson. Cross lays the tackle. Umpire says, give it to me. So we're not even halfway through the quarter. So I hate when they do this on the on Channel 7. But there's time left.
Yeah.
It just means Noble are going to kick the next one. McCaffrey, been one of Balwyn's best. Got it to Urban. To Jaffa Williams. He fell over.
Oh.
I think he might ping him if on the ball, but there's nothing he could have done. Common sense there from the umpire. That's probably the worst part of the ground other than the centre square where we're positioned right now.
You can tell where they've had training drills. That's where the...
You reckon that's where they do the contested ball there. Horton Milne got the handball out the back to McDonald. Got a little bit close to the oncoming ball and player and kicked it high. Goblitson did well. Spoiled ahead of Francis. Off the knee of Fairbank to Francis. Right foot wobbler. He's across the face. Handy point though. Pushes it out to 25. 11-7-73 Noble. Balwyn somehow have been given that behind by the scoreboard. So they're 7-6-48. The scoreboard operators have a bit of a mare. Balwyn got 2 points for that Noble Park behind. McCaffrey takes the play on from the kick in, kicks down line to cross. And then Wilson puts pressure on Martin. That kick will work.
Oh, wow.
Everything Cole Martin does works. Keane takes the mark, play on, low ball looking for Nelson. Golison's under pressure, took the intercept mark and played on. Williams is a target in the centre square. Umpire has paid a free kick. Jaffa Williams will take advantage, pop it up. Wilson's going to get cleaned up by Sketcher. Brought it to ground. Oakes gathers, got onto his left side. Low ball, Lyle. This will make him nervous.
That free kick in the middle of the ground, he took advantage. I thought it was a mark, and you can't take advantage from a mark. So that's actually a big call for Balwyn.
And very quick thinking by Jaffa Williams. So Jordan Lyle has kicked one already. Nathan Oakes, that was a lot of poise as well, surrounded by Noble Park players. His ex-teammates, of course. This is to bring it back to
a big kick here.
19 points. Jordan Lyle, 35 metres out, slight angle. It's right off the boot, was always right. Might not even make the difference as Haley tried to keep it in play. They'll be disappointed with that from Jordan Lyle. So he's got 1-1. The margin is back to 4 straight kicks. 7-7-49 Balwyn. Noble Park 11-7-73. We've gone 11 and a half minutes.
Considering Lyle hasn't had many opportunities to kick
And he's
goals.
the type of player that would be your sort of 8 touches,
Yeah.
4 goals. So Morrison plays on. He keeps going to that side despite, from all reports, Steve Hughes telling his players to not go to that side. He'll get it back though. Maybe that was all part of the plan.
Yeah.
Then he chips it back. So these two are playing kick to kick here amongst themselves. There's still plenty of time left. Goes long down the line. Good mark. Great mark taken by Jake Gaines. Hillard's on the ground, hobbling around in the centre corridor. They go down the wing. Good kick. This is a nice ball movement. Found Jack Francis.
Well, they obviously got more players injured on their bench, Noble, than we actually realised.
Clearly someone has addressed the fact that he's not going to do any further damage, you would assume. As Francis goes down the line, Chancellor got back, got the big jukes up, took the mark. Needs to go quickly. Nathan Oakes is the option. He goes slightly over the top of him to Urban. He's got runners in the middle, and he'll use Goblitson, who marks it centre half back. Wants his right foot. He'll poke it towards Oakes, who takes the mark.
He's had a good second half, Oakes.
He has.
Balwyn.
This time looking for Haley, back in that left half forward flank. Hillard came through, crumbed it, gave his handball back to Tua, gave it to McDonald, gave it to Hillard. Little low drilling ball finds Shane Allen, who's pushed right up the ground to
Look
get
at
a
that
touch.
kick, he's fine.
He's fine, you're right. They breed him tough out this way, don't they? So Allen, are we disappointed with that ball? And they're missing Jeff Goebbels today, I think.
Yep.
Brash, they needed that second tall. Goblitson gets his kick down the line. Hillard backing back, lost his footing. Pickup was very clean by Sketcher. And the kick, though, was not clean and will go out of bounds on the full. So Balwyn have a chance.
Another inside 50 opportunity coming up here for
The
Balwyn.
free kick will go to Tom Wilson, who's been good in his defensive role. Jack Francis is way too close to the man on the mark there. Really should have been 25 metres. As it's put to the hot spot, big fly by Chevy Anderson. Picking up, sticker, right foot snap across the face. One behind. So handy point, though. 7-8-50 Balwyn, 23 points behind Noble Park, 11-7. 73. We've gone 13 and a half minutes in this last quarter.
It's almost like the next goal for either side could be the killer blow, especially for Noble. If they get it, it's all
Noble
over.
get it, it's over. I still think it's over. But Balwyn get it, they'd have to get it before time on to even have half a chance. So Marson, Jordan goes out wide to Kyle Martin, who dropped the mark, made him work in the end, and will have a ball in. So they look a little bit nervous now, Noble, Tyler. Just a little bit nervous. If Lyle had kicked that one, they would have been a lot more nervous.
Yeah.
Would have been anxious.
Yeah,
I just wonder if that lack of rotation may come back with obviously Pollock out.
Balwyn.
Yeah, just they might run out of legs in the last 10, but obviously
maybe
they've got a lot of momentum now, so that doesn't look like the
Might
case.
be a free kick here. No, Dan Bidspade holding the ball against Alex Urban. So that was hot on it. So Kyle Martin got the free kick. Marson wants it in the corridor. I know they want to play this side of the ground, but you would suggest he's going up the line. No, Marson ran off on Jaffet Williams, and that kick from Martin is beautiful. Found him. Williams holds him up. He's got Glenn in the mud pit, but it's such a dangerous kick because if he has to turn quickly, he just can't do it. So he pokes it down the line to the big ruckman in Beach. Beach has got Sketcher out wide, and then he's got someone even further wide in half-forward flank, but instead he pops it to the hot spot. Byers is the target. He's underneath it with Elliott. Elliott got the spoil. Fairbank did well to gather it. Went in there. Hegney did well for Balwyn. Fairbank keeps it in front of him. Great second effort there. Urban picks it up. Handball over the top to Reid, who slapped it out wide. He's looking for the runner in Machete. Sketcher there for company. Machete did well to gather it and burnt Sketcher in the end and got his kick forward down the line. Lyle and Morrison. Lyle, first win of the one-on-one for a while for Jordan Lyle. He's got to go quickly. Haley's got a one-on-one with Tua. He pops it up in the end and Haley will get to it. So I think that's forward craft from Charlie Haley. Came at the kicker.
Yep.
And he'll go back and have a shot at his third from just outside the arc.
If they take anything away from this afternoon, Balwyn, I reckon Machete, the young kid, under 19.
Has a nice bit of toe.
Yeah, I reckon they've got something to work with there.
Not many have outpaced Jackson Sketcher today.
No.
So Haley will kick from just around the arc for his third of the game. It's on line. Will it get the journey? Touched on the line. Great work.
I think that's the game, right? They had to kick that with the way the clock's going.
Yeah, they're running out of time now, aren't they? So 16 minutes gone. Charlie Haley's kicked 2 goals for, so he's probably still been the most proactive forward on the ground besides Benjamin Marson. He's had more shots.
0-5 last week.
Was it? No.
I think
Against Vermont?
I think so.
There you go. There you go. So he's been inaccurate. He's had a lot of shots this year, 32 goals and a lot of behinds by the looks of it. That kick bounced off the chest of his opponent, Tua. And then it'll be kept in play by the Bulls eventually. And we're going to have a boundary thrown right in front of the new scoreboard, which is doing more than the lights, to be honest, at the moment. Out here at Pat Wright Senior Oval, 22 points the difference. Balwyn have done really well. They've won the second half easily. Brash, I believe.
Yeah, they have. They've
two goals Noble have kicked to their 5. So it's just that second quarter where they just got blown out of the water. It's cost them here as we tick closer to time on. Any stats jumping out of you this quarter, Paul?
Balwyn have taken the last 8 marks inside 50, and they're going to win another clearance here.
So Glenn got the handball back to McDonald under pressure, just kicked it to space. Orwin and Hegney, the 2 number 5s, go at it. Orwin, great tap to Marson, sold some candy, and then went out wide towards Jack Francis, who's got Gobleitson for company. Francis kept it in front of him, gained about 30 metres without taking a possession. Jamie Reid did well, used his speed to get back, got it to Gobleitson, who just kicked it blindly around the corner, and Cole Martin accepts the gift. He turns and goes.
He's had 40, I reckon.
Goes along inside forward 50. Byers has got the set. Came through. Big Kieran Byers, the glove. Couldn't cling onto it. Nelson gathers. Left foot ball. Bounces towards goal. And it's a boundary throw in. Big Kieran Byers, the gloved one. Had about 4 attempts at that.
It's not a cloaky glove.
It's not. It's clearly not. He maybe needs the extra fingertips. He's cut off at the end.
Actually, it's a good win there for Noble to get that out of bounds there.
Closing in on time on here, 22 points the difference. Balwyn have dominated the second half, really, but as we mentioned, Noble's second quarter means they're looking at jumping into second spot. Luke Nelson toe poked it. Hegney did well, and he's wrapped up immediately by Kevin Keane. 18 minutes gone. Byers, Elliott, Allen in his 200th game. Nelson tried to sock it off the ground, and we should have another stoppage. We will. Another boundary throw in. Balwyn looked tired. That lack of rotations is really hurting them now, you would suggest. Chris Pendlebury out with an ankle. Josh Pollock's out with a collarbone. And then Brendan Hillard, is he still out there? He's just come to the bench. He's hobbling around for some reason for Noel Park. Byers out of the ruck. Tapped it to himself, then handballed it forward. Nathan Oakes been Balwyn's best. Got a little kick away just in time. Nelson came in. Was he taken high? Umpire said no. And we'll have a ball up.
Might have been a bit of mayo on that one, I think.
Yeah, a tiny little bit of the boxer wobble there, didn't he, Luke Nelson? So we go again. Elliott and Byers. Byers tapped it down. Gobleitson kick high up and under. Urban sits under it and takes a really good mark. Umpire said play on though. Handball to Hegney. He'll handball to Oakes, who's away at centre half back under pressure from Orwin. Got the handball to Lyle. He'll handball to Urban. He's got McCaffrey wider. He's going to have to handball over the top to Wilson, who wasn't looking. Got knocked off it. And then he might have to lay a tackle. Couldn't do so in front of Bull. Low ball to Shane Allen. He's about 50 from home, but it's his 200th game. He doesn't want to pass it, but he does. Kevin Keen's under one. Gobleitson came across the front, and the premiership defender slaps over the line for a boundary throw-in. 19.5 minutes gone here. Ball, and it just looks like they've got to commit numbers to get the footy, and then they look up and they've got nowhere to go. Going to throw it in. What's Shane Allen doing at this contest? Can he get a third? Chevy Anderson ran to the short throw-in. Right under McDermott, got the handball to Cross. Good smother. Handball from Horton Milne. No, can't get his hands free. And we'll have another ball up. 22 points the difference. Byers out of the ruck, kick to the hot spot. Ziggy's around it. Hegney, the number 5. Ziggy lost his feet. Gobleitson did really well to go back and get it. And then Hegney gathers and tries to burst away and does in the end. Little kick to Urban at centre half back. He lost his footing, kicked, didn't get there in the end. Sketcher just knocked him off it and then threw it. Went the Michael Frederick tap back.
Yeah, that looked
he did sort of scoop it, so I get what the umpire saw. Sean Cross takes the mark as his opponent Quaife skids on the mud. Kick out wide to Ridd. He can run and take a bounce. He does. I think that's the first bounce we've had today. He might have to take a second here, Jamie Ridd. He doesn't. Goes low for Lyle. Dropped the mark. Haley lost his footy. Coming through there. Players everywhere. Haley's ended up with the footy now. He's been driven into the ground. The umpire says holding the ball. And that should be game, really.
Yep.
Still 22 points. If they got a goal from that ball, and they might have had a bit of juice left in the tank, but we've just ticked into time on, and Noble seem to be hanging on pretty comfortably here. As Bull goes up the line. Good mark, Jack Beach. To think he was playing at Knox last year, Brash, and he might be playing in a Premier Division Grand Final later this year, the way the Bulls played that first half. Goes long down the line to Byers, who's been really impressive.
He's had a good afternoon,
He'd be close to the votes too. So Byers, long. Ziggy's the one out. There's going to be a free kick. Holding the man. Going the way of Hegney. Oh. And Wilson, you can't play on.
It's good for Ben Marston, though. He's awake to it. He's
definitely. So Hegney, they've got to go quickly. He'll go short. Is this Machete or McDermott? No, it's Will Wheaton. Third time's the charm. Don't know where he's going. Gobleitson. Off one step. That's a magnificent kick off one step. Chancellor couldn't grab it. Bowen Smith has to go and get it. And then he just runs past Byers, who looks knackered, goes down the line towards Jordan Lyle. And that pretty much sums up the day for Ryan Morrison. Intercept mark. And goes out wide to Jackson Sketcher, who go to Kyle Martin. Between the three of them, they've had 110 disposals, I reckon, today.
Oh. I think Martin would have had over 40 today. His second half was massive.
Into the corridor to Luke Nelson.
Yeah, I'll be interested to look at the premier data stats from this game this week.
Long. Francis direction. Gobleitson has the sit. Dropped the mark. Francis closed on him. Gathered. Where's Shane Allen? That's what the crowd are saying. Snap around the body. Sticker did well. Might have been driven into the back. Umpire says, give it to me. We'll have the ball up.
If Noble Park have a mark inside 50, watch for Allen.
Well, where is he? I don't even think he's on the ground. He's off the ground, isn't he, Besto?
Yeah, he's
Scotty. He's off the ground. Unbelievable lack of theatre from Steve Hughes. There's Balwyn rushing behind and push it out to 23 points. 11-8-74 Noble. Balwyn 7-9-51. Any scores around the grounds, Paul?
Moorabah are in front by 70 points, 111 to 31 in 4th Division. Churnside Park led by 61 points over Croydon North, 84 to 23.
In the end, Brush, I think we've actually picked the closest game.
We have.
The balls goes into centre half forward for Noble Park. Horton Milne to Martin, to Keane, to Sketcher. Sketcher runs 15 metres across goal onto his left foot, snap to the top of the square. Byers has marked that one. I don't know why Nick Chancellor's still remonstrating a little bit there. That was a clean mark from Byers. More frustration, I guess. And Byers can finally seal the deal, although we have entered the 24th minute of the quarter, so the game has been done. But he would deserve this goal, Kieran Byers.
Yeah, he's had a good afternoon. very good afternoon, especially that second quarter. He was instrumental.
So Byers from 20 metres out, directly in front to push it out to 29 points. A steady approach from the ruckman, awfully close to the man. He just popped it. He's just dinked it.
But it's a goal anyway.
Like a chip and chase in the rugby union from Kieran Byers. He's kicked a goal, as I mentioned, out to 29 points as we go boundary side.
Yeah, Shane Allen back on, boys, in place of Kevin Keane.
Okay, here we go. Are we playing Allen's paddock? Surely we're playing it.
Surely it is get the ball to Shane. That's got to be the message from the runner right now. The Noble Park runner is going out now. That's got to be the message. Shane,
where are you? Got to get to the goal square, Shane. What's Kieran Byers doing? Get out of his way.
KB, sense the occasion.
Yeah, Allen's down there, Giggles, but Kieran Byers is in his way. Clear it out. So how long left? 24 minutes gone, 29 points. Balwyn have won the second half pretty comfortably, to be honest. Horton Milne came through, though. Got the clearance. Ziggy Orwin, his class. He's been one of the cleanest players today. He'll get a free kick.
Ziggy will kick it to him. Ziggy will kick it to him for sure.
Two great mates. Ziggy Orwin has been really classy today. His clean skills have been.
I know why you want Shane down there, because you want a bit of Bill Laurie commentary.
No,
that's why.
No, 200th game. You want to kick a goal. He's on the lead in the pocket. McDonald's marked this ball 60 from. He's having a shot. Michael McDonald's not read the script.
Shane, please take a mark.
Where is he? He's popped it in the Allen direction. Will it get to him? Shane Allen almost went the one hand. Marston for 5. Dribble to the top of the square. Chancellor's just going to get tackled over the line. For a rush behind.
He looks checked out from this game.
Chancellor, he looks absolutely cooked.
He's checked out, I think.
Well, he'll be waiting for the siren. 25 minutes gone. He plays on. He's going to go up the guts. Big Nicky Chancellor with the mung in the Bowen Smith direction. Got a little shove. It might work out in the end. Haley's there, as well as Oakes and Sticker. And then we're going to have a ball up. Dead centre circles. 30 points the difference. A clean 5 goals. 12-9 plays 7-9. Queen's birthday. Noble back on the winners list. Into second position. Free kick going the way of Balwyn. And there's the siren. Noble Park jump into second spot on the Premier Division ladder thanks to a 30-point win over Balwyn. 12-9-81 to Balwyn 7-9-51. Ben Marston led the way with 4 goals. 2 to Jack Francis, 2 to Shane Allen in his 200th, and singles to Jackson Sketcher, Kieran Byers, Jack Beach and Luke Nelson. Whilst for Balwyn, it was Charlie Haley with 2 goals, 4 leading the way, whilst Yaron Jaffa-Williams, Jordan Lyle, Chevy Anderson, Nathan Oakes, and we think maybe Bowen Smith kicked a major. Tyler, Brash, Balwyn will take a lot out of that second half and they'll be ruining that second quarter.
They will. 6 goals to 1 was enough for Noble Park to put the game to bed early, but you've got to admire Noble Park. They still worked hard for the 4 quarters. Their disposal was a lot more cleaner than Balwyn's for majority of the afternoon, and I think they just had their midfield was just too good for the Balwyn midfield today, Tyler.
Yeah, I agree with that. They just won it out of the centre, and they just weren't awake at stoppages early, Balwyn, but they cleaned it up, so there's a bit to take out.
I just want to cut you off there. I don't know if this happens all the time, but Shane Allen's